I personally also went to Chiefs Council and tried to explain the reasons why it meant so much to our members, why it meant so much to our communities, and to explain the fact that that wholesale admission that we are still institutionally racist. I told them that that doesn't need to be something that's there to beat the force down with. That could also be a catalyst for change. And again, what it would actually have done was increase trust and confidence in the communities, because you can never overcome a problem until you fully admit that that's what it is. And I think us tinkering around the edges has really left us not dealing with this wholesale issue. So we would echo everything that Neil says around that.
Is it just this generation of chief constables, or is it a systemic problem?
It's a systemic problem. Although what I would say is that, after the Stephen Lawrence inquiry, the Macpherson report, I think there was this period where we almost did for a few years try to change things. I just think we didn't embed it. We didn't make it long term. And again, it was withdrawn whenever we had austerity. With that change as well, though, with the focus on race in the early 2000s, that I think has bred a generation of police officers that have become a little bit more politically aware. And for me, racism in policing, it has just gone more covert. And some of our chief officers, some of our senior leaders have just got better with their PR. And I think that's the bit where we can say everything that we believe in during a promotion board, but our actions then, whenever we reach those upper echelons of leadership and policing, our actions don't always coincide with what we've said to get there.
Are you saying, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, we can talk the talk, but we don't walk the walk?
No, completely. And that's the big thing. That's why the race action plan was described not as a strategy, but as an action plan. And I think, I would be really supportive of Martin Hewitt, the chair of the National Police Chiefs Council. I think he's been quite gutsy in the way that he actually designed the race action plan with the setup of the Independent Scrutiny and Oversight Board. But again, that's telling in itself as well, that he thought that we needed an independent scrutiny and oversight board for the race action plan, but there was none needed for the violence against women and girls strategy. And as you said, or as Neil said, sorry, that was business as usual. That was done really quickly. That was a response to what the community were telling us. And I've said it many times that the reason they can move on violence against women and girls quicker is because of the representation at the top. We have about 16 chief constables now that are women. We also then have all of the other male chief constables have loved ones, mothers, daughters, sisters that they want to protect as well. So they had a personal and emotional connection to violence against women and girls, which allowed them to move quicker on it. They don't, because of the representation or lack of representation from an ethnic minority background, we do not have that same personal and emotional connection. And again, the whole race issue is an issue that almost needs to be contained rather than one that needs to be dealt with.